And to illustrate how he did the experiment, I'm going to do a very simple-minded demonstration of how you would do it. Here is my bob. It should be a spherical thing, but I can't be bothered to find one, or George couldn't find one, but then George is wonderful, so I don't want to be rude about him. Then I'm going to fix it with a bit of string and support it from a suspension there. The thing is, if I were to let this go and give it a little jitter, it would go round in an oval path, and I want to avoid that. So the trick is, as used by Monsieur Foucault, Léon Foucault, is to put a bit of string there. I'm going to set fire to this. There's still some vibration there, but I would leave it to go, and then suddenly it goes, and then you get it going in a plane. The reason I used fire was if I used a pair of scissors, I'd jog the bit of string. If I do it with a flame, it cuts through and there's no jittery motion either way, so you get it going in a plane. Now, somebody did this experiment at the South Pole, a man called Alan Baker. And he tried to set it up. He had 30 meters of wire, everything was perfect. Only there's the Treaty of the Antarctic, which forbids the use of flames, so he couldn't use this trick, and he spent ages trying to get it to go right, but eventually he managed to get it more or less perfect and found that it actually goes round in 24 hours plus or minus something at the South Pole. It goes round the opposite way in the southern hemisphere compared to the northern hemisphere. There's one thing that goes wrong with this experiment. As you can see, the amplitude of this oscillation changes with time. It decreases because of the friction of the air. And you make the system bigger, and there's still friction of the air. So this guy found that at the South Pole, after about a couple of hours, it died away too much, so he had to do his measurements in about 20 minutes. If you make the thing much longer and put it in a museum like the Pantheon, you will find that it still decays in a couple of hours, 4 or 5 maybe. So either you set it running for a certain length of time and see that it will rotate for a certain angle, and then have a big fanfare and start it again and burn it with another bit of match, or you put a little motor in the top and give it a little jiggle and put energy in at the top, which is somehow cheating because you're actually pushing the damn thing, and you have to make sure you push it in a way which is not going to cause a torque. So that's the way it's done in a lot of museums.
An old school style of finding that level point that you can get for about $5. Let me show you right behind me here. I use that still myself because it's very accurate. You just have to have a little bit of patience. It's a plumb bob. All right, you see that little metal weight right there with the point hanging off the string? That little metal weight is going to be normally about $5 or so. There's different sizes of them, smaller ones, heavier ones. And then all you need to do to add to that is to get your own twine. Because right here, let me grab it. You see this little screw right here? That will unscrew and you can put the twine through it, tie a knot at the other end, and that's how you get the string in there. All you do is you figure your point up here. If you want to figure where level is from ceiling to floor, is you set a nail or a screw up there, wrap the string around it. I know you really can't see it very well. There's a white string behind a white wall, but they got a little screw up there, and that gives me my point down here, down below, which makes it exactly level.